Ohio Republican Congressman Jim Jordan is one of the president's fiercest allies. You've probably seen him a million times on TV, this show and others. He talks fast, rarely wears a jacket. And during Trump's impeachment, he was actually put on the House Intelligence Committee temporarily just so he could stick it to Democrats. Trump loves Jim Jordan, of course. Lately, the president's been shouting Jordan out pretty much anywhere he goes. But Jim Jordan also has an interesting past. From 1986 to 1994, Jordan was an assistant wrestling coach at Ohio State University. And while he was on that coaching staff, the team doctor, a guy named Richard Strauss, sexually abused at least 177 male students, according to an independent investigation conducted by law firm Perkins Coie. Now, the investigation was commissioned after a whistleblower came forward to say he was victimized, a former Ohio State wrestler named Mike DiSabato. Other former students have joined him, and 350 students have now filed suit against the university. Now, the whistleblower and numerous other former wrestlers say that at the time, they told Jim Jordan, among others, what was going on. And they say Jim Jordan turned a blind eye to the systematic sexual abuse happening right under his nose. That claim is backed up by that same independent investigation, which found the abuse was, and I quote it here, an open secret, including among the coaching staff. That whistleblower telling NBC News, quote, "I consider Jim Jordan a friend, but at the end of the day, he is absolutely lying if he says he doesn't know what was going on." At a public hearing on Tuesday, that whistleblower's brother, who is also a wrestler at Ohio State, said that Jim Jordan called him in 2018 to pressure him to contradict his brother.
Jim Jordan called me crying, groveling on the 4th of July, begging me to go against my brother. Begging me, crying for a half hour. That's the kind of cover-ups that's going on there.
Jordan's spokesperson said that is not true, and Jordan has denied he knew about the abuse. The whistleblower's brother was asked about that denial at the same hearing.
He's throwing us under the bus, all of us. He's a coward. He's a coward. He's not a leader. He's a coward.
Every time you see Jim Jordan talking about anything other than this, I think it's probably useful to keep in mind what you just heard. Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.